Great morning, everyone. Great morning. Great morning. Come on in. Come on in. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. Hey, Sissy. How are you, beautiful? Great morning. Y'all go ahead and share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. We're going to get started. Good, good. Y'all, I was so tired. Listen, I was so tired last night. We were talking and I fell asleep on them. With my eyes open. Oh, no, they weren't open. Hey, Jackie, how are you, beautiful? Y'all did such an amazing job. Listen, y'all blessed my whole soul. Let me turn on my do not disturb. All right, all right. All right. So listen, let me go ahead. Let me get started. Hopefully you guys have shared. Hopefully you shared. When you share, put share so that I'll know that you shared, so that we can let people know that I'm on. Y'all know I'm behind, so I need help. I need y'all to help me. Let the people know she's back. So, great morning, April. How are you, gorgeous? So, listen, this morning, you know, I really was just thinking about love. And I told y'all that this is a month of love, right? That February is a month of love. It's about loving you, um, loving others, loving your journey. It's about love. And last night, I was so overwhelmed. For those of you that don't know, last night was my bridal shower. And so women from all over the country came together um, to just celebrate me. And one thing that I can say about the people who are in my life is they are very genuine, very real, and very loving, right? Um, so I found myself overwhelmed because the way God shows me how much He loves me um, blows my mind, right? And literally, I just was watching how everybody interacted, how everybody got along, how everybody just embraced and celebrated everybody else. Um, and it was just amazing. It's incredible to see women come together and love one another genuinely. So one thing that really stood out to me, hey Corey, was Onita. Onita really blessed my soul because she really wanted to be a part of. the wedding. Um, and it's interesting because she's Tim's deceased wife's first cousin. She loved Trish and she loves Tim. And she opened up her heart to be a part of our day, to be a part of our occasion, a part of our journey, a part of our life. Now, a lot of people, may not understand that or, appreciate the significance of that, but I know that that has to bring my baby some semblance of peace. And one of the things that she said last night was that she knows that Trish is happy, that Tim is happy. And for him to be able to have that peace going into this new relationship, this lifelong commitment, has to be amazing for him. But it's also amazing for me. It's amazing for me because I never want him to feel like that he can't still be connected to people who have been a part of his life for almost 20 years, or 20 years now. Um, and Onita provides like a bridge, right? It is the connection of his worlds. And when she was talking last night, I found myself really getting emotional because, people don't have to be nice. They don't have to do things for you. They don't have to be in your wedding. They don't have to be your friend. They don't have to. People don't have to do anything. And so I just was reminded of how important it is not to take it for granted. Don't take it or them for granted. Stop taking people for granted. Stop assuming that everybody has to do what they do in your life or be who they are in your life. They don't. No one has to do anything. And I'm grateful that the people in my life are in my life. I'm grateful that, people took time out of their schedule to attend my bridal shower. I'm grateful that my friends took the time to pull it together. I'm grateful that they gathered pictures and asked questions and, created games and made it fun. I'm grateful that, you know, we were able to do online and a live version, right? And I'm grateful that God blessed me with love again. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that He blessed me with the kind of love I've always wanted, And He gave me time to grow up and to heal and to mend so that I can give the love that I desire. Um, and I don't want to take anything or anyone for granted. Yesterday, my baby had to, well, and he didn't have to, but he did. See, this is what I'm talking about. Don't take my baby for granted either. Um, he had his cousin order will pick up his brother's tux. He drove 5 hours to pick it up and then dropped it off for his brother. One thing about us, and this is why I think that we work well together, is we're very similar in the fact that we love people, and when we love you, we're going to go above and beyond, and we're going to do everything in our power to try to make things as easy as possible for everybody involved. And that's what he did. And so he came to see me, right? He came to see me. Hey, Denise, girl, we missed you last night. He came to see me, and because I never want to take him for granted. He's always doing stuff for me. There was a pop-up shop, and there is a shake place called Shake Culture um, that, um, oh Lord, Now listen, that's crazy. Now I'm a Pastor Paula Watkins has, right? And so they were doing a pop up at their church, Freedom Church. Shout out to Freedom Church here in Tampa, Florida. And so I went. I took him in Brooklyn, and we went because I've been wanting to try her shakes. Right? The shakes look like an incredible experience. They're beautiful. It's a whole thing. It's not just a milkshake. Like it's a whole thing. So we went, and I treated him to a vegan shake. Right? Vegan. The vegan shake was good. I need y'all to understand what I'm telling y'all. All the shapes was good. Like, take the pictures, I'm going to post, but by the time I took pictures, we had already kind of dug in. So, they're not the prettiest, but they used to be pretty till we got hold to them. But I wanted to just do something with him and for him, so me, him, and Brooklyn hung out. And it took a while to get the shakes because it was a lot of people. And so I said, baby, just go sit in the car, you know. He had been up since early driving, so I wanted him to, kind of get some rest. I don't take it for granted that, you know, he made a point of coming to see me. It was extra miles on the trip. I'm so glad he did. I needed to see him. I needed to I needed to hug him. I needed, just to lay my eyes on him. Like I just needed to be under him. And he made sure that he was here. And then he's getting ready to leave. And he said, Mama, stop that. Michelle, I was like, okay, baby, well, be safe. He was like, no, what are you talking about? Drive to the shell. I was like, oh, okay. So for those of you all who do not know, my baby's so big on making sure that my vehicle is gassed up and it never gets below half a tank. Well, it gets below half a tank from me more often than I'd like to admit. But my baby made sure that it was not below half a tank when he left. Okay? Yeah, my baby said that those shakes were the bomb for real. Like, I'm serious, y'all. I'm serious. They looked good, and I'd heard people talking about them, but I didn't. But even more the bomb than them shakes is my baby. That's right, Reverend Timothy Johnson. I he always pulls his card out. He always pulls his money out. You know. So when we got the shakes, I pulled my card out. That probably was his money, but I pulled my card out. You can't don't take people for granted. Good morning, Miranda. Don't take people for granted. Please don't. Listen, I'm telling you, if you really understood that not everybody gets what you get, not everybody has what you have. I was talking to my kids, and like I love their love. I have some incredibly loving children. My kids are loving. As adults, they're loving. As adults, they still hug and kiss their parents. As adults, they do that. And I made a point of always loving on them. Like I'm the huggy, kissy, get off me, mama. That's me. I love all my grandchildren. So I'm gonna hug and kiss all of them. One day they'll be like, "Oh my God, Big Mama, to grab us and hug and kiss on us. Why?" But one day they'll appreciate it. Oh, so even then, even then, we make lots of assumptions in relationships and in marriages, and we assume that they're all, the same, and people do everything the same, and I'm so emotional. I'm trying not to be emotional. I'm so emotional. When you're accustomed to everything being separated and people holding what they do for you over your head, and, it's challenging, to something as simple as harmony. And he really means it. You know what I'm saying? Not like he says it for show. He does the stuff that he does for show. He does it like it's so real. And I watch him, and I watch how he loves people, and I watch how he looks out for people, how he has a heart for people, how he'll give his last, and he'll do whatever he can to help anybody. And he doesn't have to, but he does. And every day for the rest of my life, I want to appreciate those things about him. I want to appreciate that he takes care of me the way he takes care of me. And I'm not just talking about money. People can easily reduce things to money, but you know what? Him and I would have an amazing time with no money, right? I ain't speaking that. We ain't going to, you know what I'm saying? But we would just because of who we are, but we would never have no money because we got too many kids, right? And I don't care. We gonna make some money shake. If something gonna happen, we gonna do something. Um, but I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. How many women wouldn't be able to have their daughters they made of honor because they don't even talk like that, but they're not close like that. So I'm blessed. I've got two maids of honor, my amazing sister, girlfriend, and my daughter. I'm blessed because I have people who connected to me online who have become keep. I am blessed. I'm blessed because I have people who, even though they can't physically be at the wedding, have made a point of pouring into me and to us in our wedding and being a part of the journey. I'm blessed. We're blessed. We are so incredibly blessed by the community that we have, and we never want to take it for granted, never want to act like, you owe us something. Nobody owes anybody anything except to love one another. That's what the word says. He said, oh, no man, nothing but love. Man, let me tell you something. Stop taking things and situations and people for granted. Stop it. Because you never know. You never know what's going to happen. You never know when you might lose someone. And I'm not even just talking about them losing their life. I'm talking about you might lose someone because you mishandled them or you didn't appreciate them. I, I just, oh God, this wedding, God has loved on us the whole time. He's loved on us and loved on us and loved on us. And I'm watching the joy that people get from loving on us. Baby, wait till you see the video that they did. Babe, wait till you see this video. It literally had everybody like, oh my God, crying or about to cry. don't take it for granted. Don't take them for granted. Don't take them for granted. I want you all to know that just because you're connected to me on social media, I don't take you for granted, right? I know you don't have to be connected to me. You don't have to watch my videos. You don't have to share them, like them, comment on them. You don't have to do any of that, right? I don't take that for granted. It's not, I don't assume. You're not my audience, right? You all are a part of my life, a part of my journey, a part of my experience, right? You're a part of my family. You become family. When you connect to me, you become family. There's one thing that I am really good about, and that's creating family. I know how to create family. Every one of my classes, my classrooms became family. My students became family, and they're family to this day. Not everybody connects the same way, but it's the same in family. So I literally work to create family because family is so important to me. I'm going to go above and beyond to create family because I know that people need connection. And you may be someone who is out there and you feel like you're all alone. You feel like nobody understands you, nobody gets you. You feel like no matter what you do for other people, you never have anyone who's there for you. Well, listen, I just came to tell you this morning that you don't. Well, oh yeah, the enemy definitely didn't want y'all to hear that. This is an atmosphere where we connect for real. We're family for real. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because I need to say it. Listen, we are genuinely concerned about people. We genuinely care and love people. If you're looking for a community where you can grow, where you can be supported, where you can experience love, God's love most importantly, but also the love of people who are genuine, connecting with us is an amazing thing. And sometimes I underestimate the impact that my presence, even on social media, has. But last night I was reminded of how I impacted people's lives. And sometimes you forget because somebody that you impacted made you feel like you didn't do anything or like, why bother? But last night, the things that people said blessed my heart. When you are a person that loves and people question your love and question your motives and, try to imply that you're somebody other than who you are, and then you turn around and you hear all these people saying the exact same thing. People who are around you in real life, people who met you through the internet, people who met you through other things and businesses and all kinds of stuff. But everybody is saying the same thing. It just reminded me. It reminded me of who I am and that my loving is not in vain and the things that I do is not in vain and my vulnerability is not in vain. Me sharing my life is not in vain. So for every time that somebody else said, oh, you do too much, oh, you share too much, you know, somebody said something that reminds me that it was in my sharing and my transparency and my authenticity that not only were they able to connect, but they were able to see themselves and know last night Kareem's testimony touched me so much. So many people, y'all don't understand how many people are out here who want to quit and give up on life, want to give up on God because church just has them bound. People who feel like they're isolated and they're the only one. And to hear people watching me and feeding me and following me and doing my classes has given them hope for living life because I'm not not traditional, because I'm not in the box, because I'll say, I'm not doing that. And God still loves me and still uses me. And because I'm so just real, it's why I don't put on a front. I don't try to pretend that I'm anything or anyone other than who I am. Um, I don't have time for that, because lives are literally weighing in the balance. And I talked to you guys about how the world is waiting on you. There are people waiting on you, waiting for you to show up, waiting for you to step into purpose and to be intentional about that. I mean that. The same way people have been impacted by my life, they're going to be impacted by yours. Baby said, if your goal is to be used by God, you can't go wrong. Absolutely. And that's it. That's it. God is um, so amazing and so intentional in everything he does. And all that I pour out, he knew I needed a man who would love on me and pour into me. And Tim does that, and he does it well, you know. And as much as he pours out, he needs someone who can love on him, pour into him. And I do that. And I do that. So together we can just love each other and support each other, and let God be God in our lives. Y'all, don't take it for granted. Don't take them for granted. And don't take God for granted. God doesn't have to use me, but he does. He didn't have to choose me, but he did. He didn't have to choose the family that he gave me, but he chose me for a reason. And everything happens for a reason. It's all working together for our good. As I go into the last few days leading up to our wedding, and we prepare to take our forever walk, I always wanted to be like they do. Like, I never want to take our relationship for granted. I never want to take his love for granted. I never want to take the way that he makes space for me in this life for granted. The way that he treats me. I never want to take for granted a kiss, a touch, a held hand. I never want to take for granted a smile, the way he smiles at me. I never want to take that stuff for granted. And I believe with everything in me that we should approach all of our relationships like that. Stop taking people for granted. And if you've been taking someone for granted, like, oh, that's just what they do, look at it through new eyes. Because nobody has to do anything for you. Nobody has to be nice to you. Nobody has to anything. But when they do, honor them. Oh, goodness. Y'all got me. I'm spent now. Listen, I pray this word has blessed you. I pray that you got something that you needed. I pray that you were encouraged, that you now know that you don't have to be by yourself. And seriously, if you are a person who has felt alone and isolated and like you want to quit, like you want to give up, reach out, inbox me, message me. Um, let's connect. If I can't do anything but connect you to some resources, I'll do my best to do that. But know this, a change will come. A change will come. And it's time for your change. If this word blessed you and you want to sow a seed, you can go to Cash App, $ DRV Walters. Cash App, $DRV Walters. If you are looking for the registry, you can go to my post on Facebook, Veronica Joe Wiggins, and you can uh, get the registry link there, or comment registry and we'll get you the link. Um, all I know is that God is doing incredible things and He's changing lives. And as He's changing lives, you got to know that what He's doing with intentionality. Hold on, you know. I did something I don't normally do today. I drove all the way to my sister's house without the map. I just drove here. I didn't have to pull up the code to the gate. I remembered it, right? God said it's time for you to commit some things to memory. Time for you to really embrace some things, some people. Y'all, I tell you, I am truly not without flaw. But one thing about me, and my friends will tell you this about me, if I'm wrong, I will correct myself. And not only will I correct myself, I'll correct myself publicly. Yes, I am, baby. My baby said I'm growing up. Yes, I am. Hey, Sheila, thank you. Hey, Antoine. Listen, great things on the horizon. Y'all, let's get it. Join us at 9:30. At 9:30, Passionate Pursuit of Manifested Purposes Ministries. We will be live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with the word from the Lord. I get to go in and transform and do all of that and see what the Lord is talking about today. What I know is this. He always has an amazing word, and it's always a rhema word, a word that's a right now word, a word that if don't nobody else need it, I know I need it, right? So look, you guys, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed. Mwah.